I'm going outside. Outside, niggas love a outside, but be mad when it gets some outside. We should be good by now. We should be good, good. We should be good by now. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, we're going outside. Mm-mm. So, mm-mm. We should be good by now. I'm just gonna drop that down there. Put that there. You got me some clothes. Hello, hello, and hello. Hello, hello, and hello. Bismillah. That is the beginning. We should be good by now. Blessings, blessings, and blessings, folks. Blessings. Peace and blessings. Hello, hello, and hello. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, guys. Welcome to my platform. This is a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. Alrighty then. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, please and thank you. How's everyone doing? If nobody told y'all today yet, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So let's go and do this real quick. I'm gonna do this because not for nothing, I wasn't paying attention and everything was logged out and off. But guess what? Restart. New, new, and new. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Psalms 91. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrows that fly by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hand, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will not tread on the lion and the cobra. You will tread. That's a blessing. Not. You will. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. All right, so we just going to take this because, you know, we talking about blessings and blessings and blessings today. All right, so we're going to take this, and then we got another prayer. So don't go nowhere. We got prayers and prayers and prayers. So this morning, y'all, I happen to be minding my own business as I do, and I happened to see that a young man was talking about a blessing, right? Because there are so many that come along in our life, and sometimes we may not acknowledge it, or we may not even see it sometimes, not realizing that certain things, anything being removed, could potentially be a blessing. And we take it as, you know, we be down when certain people, places, and things leave our life, right? Or when people start to treat us a certain type of way. That's when God is actually showing us. So we're going to put this over here. Hello, everyone. Hello, and hello. Jose, Charlie, Axel, hello, welcome. Howard Kirk, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. Come on in, say hello, get y'all some new friends. Please tap the screen, give me some hearts. It's fuel for the system, please and thank you. God is love. All right, we have Surah Al-Fatiha up here also, okay? The sun is starting to come out. So the first prayer, that's Psalms 91. That's in the Bible. This one is going to be Surah Al-Fatiha. It's in the Quran. So, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praise for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with, or those who are astray. It smells like a lot of perfume. It smells good, but it's a lot. So we're going to grab our affirmations. Let's see. I can't have no water, so we're fasting for Ramadan. So no drinking, no eating, no nothing. So we just going to have to ride this out. But either way, we still going to get out the message. So, yeah, I'm going to go over here. Let's see. Clear it out, Lord. Clear it out. So we can get the message. All right, so core message. The Psalms. The Psalm teaches that true safety is not just physical. It is spiritual alignment and trust. Dwelling in the shelter means living with continual awareness of God's presence all around you. Not only calling on faith when things go wrong, but also when nothing is happening and nothing is going wrong. Okay. So the young man said that his life was spiraling out of control. He did so many different things. He ended up, he said he actually didn't even believe in God. That's what he said. And he said that he ended up finding himself at a mosque one day. And he said he was in there, and this is the first time he actually really started listening to God all the way, right? And he said as he had his head down because everything was spiraling out of control after he had got arrested, and his charges were astronomical, so he knew he was going to jail, prison, right? So he said throughout his whole entire life, he didn't believe God existed because, of all the stuff that was happening, like how he grew up and everything else. And, sometimes it's hard, for a lot of people to find a savior when you're not being saved, right? Meanwhile, not knowing that through the grace of God, you wake up every day and breathe breath in life, right? And so he said during this particular time in his life, everything had gone wrong. So he ended up in the mosque. He's got his face down. He's praying, and he's basically crying out to God, the God that he didn't believe existed the whole time his life was, doing whatever it was doing. Long story short, he said he recovered from alcoholism. Um, Everything after he went to God got better. Why? Because this is the first time that he actually listened. This is the first time he went and found God for himself, not a God that somebody else was telling him that he needed, right? And so now he is a practicing Muslim, and he teaches. And so he tells this story. Everybody can do what they want. At the end of the day going to end. I truly believe in only one God. So when people hear Allah, they don't realize that Allah means God. It just means God in Arabic. God means something else, or is a different word in Spanish. God is a different word in French. God is a different word in another language, but it's the same God. And so here we are in the midst of. So it describes a relationship built on, because we're talking about blessings, trust instead of fear. To me, a lot of people do the things that they do because they don't have a healthy fear of God. And when you have a healthy fear of God, you know you're not lying, cheating, scamming, and stealing, right? We are people, though. So, sometimes we may want to push the ticket, push the line. You again can do what you want. When it's time for you to really get a connection, God's going to make sure you get that connection. Not a person walking this earth can push you in the direction of God. It has to be you seeking God with your whole entire heart. And people wonder why when their friends or their family start going to church, or they start going to, they wherever they go, because what you do is what you do. It don't last for long because the people are doing it for the people that try to force them in that direction. Husband, wife, parents, whoever. All right, so it describes a relationship built on trust instead of fear, faith instead of panic, connection instead of isolation. So here we have the symbolism explained, because again, it is different things, different meanings. And it's also the words, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. We have to remember that. But based off of, the lesson or the language that you speak, it could be loosely translated, all right, or tightly translated, however you want to say it. So shelter and shadow, being spiritually covered, resting under divine care rather than carrying everything alone. Recently everybody has gotten into, wanting to listen to those or read files and things of that nature of the most horrific, tragic things that have been done um in the world. But mind you, stuff has been done worse or more tragic, right? And so one of the things that I noted that I saw that they said, or that was being said, was they didn't mess with certain people. Why? Because they saw whatever covering was on them or whatever aura they had. So they knew they couldn't touch those people. Everybody else was fair game. All right. So feathers and wings, gentle protection like a parent guarding a child. Safety is both strong and nurturing. It reminds you of like a man, or a mother, because when something happens to the child, it's been documented that mothers can overturn cars and things of that nature. They will do the most miraculous things to save their children. So night terrors and daytime arrows, anxiety, unseen threats, worries, invisible challenges, right? um, the things that we come against. Mind you, recently I found myself looking into and layering um, information. And I'm going to say, because it's basically religions or things that was taught or things that are taught, but there's keys in everything, right? And so in the layering, it is using this piece from here and this piece from here and this piece from here, but it's like a treasure hunt. You have to find the things, right? But God is leading you. You trust God, God is leading you there. So, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But it also is no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The weapon may be formed, is what they'll tell you, right? So it's not to stop somebody from speaking over you. Somebody saying, I don't like this particular person, so I wish for something to happen to them, right? We all said it, we all done it. Let me see. So I'm gonna put that in there. So a person can speak over you, a person could not like you, a person could not want you to advance. And I don't know if y'all heard me. A person could speak over you, a person could not like you, a person could not want you to advance. But if God has other plans, there's nothing that they could say or do. What is this? There's nothing that they could say or do that can stop. What is this? I don't know what that is. I have to watch certain things, especially when it comes across, because it's saying something happened, because it's a lot of people trying to backdoor systems, and somebody hacked into a system one time and did some weird stuff, and it's sending messages like money's moving around. So that may be a message for you, maybe a message for me, but I don't see what they're talking about. But literally, it looks like money shifted from one place to the next, and but mind you, there's nothing. It showed up saying some money got moved somewhere, but I don't see what got moved. All right, so let me add this. Because literally, why would that have happened? And so that may be a question that somebody has, because again, this Earth School, so when stuff starts happening like that, it just starts to show me like, okay, something's happening. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a second. Because something, for that to even happen right now. what we got going on. So I'm getting ready to move y'all. Y'all are moving. So just so y'all know, to a better place. Um, take it how it resonates. That's exactly what it looks like. Something didn't change. We was talking about a wealth transfer in the process, and we talking about blessings, and then all of a sudden money starts moving around. So we should be good by now. We should be good. Alright, let's see what we got. Divine shelter, doors opening and money flowing, safeguarded and financially aligned. Okay, period. Take it how it resonates, because here we are. They done moved us to a whole nother area. Alright, a message for somebody. Divine shelter, opening doors, money flowing, safe, guided, and financially aligned. So if you have been dealing with home issues, things of that nature, homeless, something of that nature, it says divine shelter, open doors. And like I said, I'm sitting here giving y'all what's already on here, but mind you, then money starts moving around. I like it. You should like it too. All right. So y'all done been upgraded. Check it how it resonates. Blessings and blessings. Open the door. Be willing and open to receive it. All right. So situation has changed. Let's go over here. It's a lot of moving pieces for some reason, and so again, take it how it resonates, and it may be a lot going on at one time. It's basically like going with the flow. So and I don't want to say it like that because that's kind of like vague. It is like a person being shifted. So checkers or chessboard, like, you know, a person makes a move over here because I said somebody may have said something, spoken something over you, they didn't like you, but when God says yes, nobody can say no. It's a song, mind you. Literally when I sat down here, nothing was wrong with my throat. I'm still streaming on Twitch. The thing that happened was everything shut down, and so I had to reboot that. So that took me putting that back. So if you can see that, then you would know that nothing was happening, because there's another camera that's watching me 24 hours a day, you know, here and there. And so all of a sudden, as soon as I sat down here, all of a sudden it was throat. So maybe it is, you know, not being able to say nothing, this, that, and the third. I don't know. Keep it to yourself. Mind you, if you already been feeling certain things, you probably already been getting messages, or people have been showing you, you know, their way, right? Or how they are treating you. It's not for everybody, not for everybody's business. All right, so just know that. Mind you, the thing is you have more eyes on you than you even know. All right, we got a number, which is also my number because it's spirit light work at 1111, but it's 111111 is the thing that I'm seeing. So again, some type of upgrade is happening, but it's divine because it says divine shelter, a safe place, safe, guided, financially aligned. So the moves you made before, you won't make them moves again. All right, take it how it resonates. We was going over the right here. So I'm going to go back to where I was. Maybe that might also be a thing. You might not be able to go back to where you were. That's people, places, and things. Same behavior, same stuff. Are you going to be willing to shift your life for whatever this is? Because it's still, everything is always up to you. No matter what I say or how I say it, even, projecting it out into the universe, um, it may be a confirmation for some. It may be the first time you hearing it for others. Meanwhile, what you do or how you, listen, this is the thing that I keep seeing in my mind. It's like, because it's still going with the flow, but the way it's going is like a person, they'll be moving you this way, and shuffling you around, and how easy or restrictive are you gonna be? So it's like, you could be walking and say I put my hands around somebody's waist or something, and it's like I'm guiding, so it's like this. So it could be, y'all ever seen that? It's like a driving game or something, and you have to dodge the whatever's in the way, but it's not giving it like that. It's just basically, it's little subtle shifts, but it's a lot of them. And so take it how it resonates. Um, I dwell in divine peace and safety. I am protected and guided at all times. Fear has no home within me. Because whatever it is, I heard it's going to require great faith. Like, just knowing. I rest under sacred protection and care. I am safe even when life feels uncertain. Faith strengthens my heart and steadies my mind. I trust that I'm being watched over. I walk forward with courage and calm. All right, so in the process of that, it is things that are being said. So you have to watch some of the things that are being, no, not watch some of the things. Listen. Okay, so the word is watched, but so yeah, the word is watch. That's the word I hear, but you have to listen. I don't know, because it's like your senses are being heightened or redirected or something of that nature. So however it is, they said watch was being said. All right, so watch was being said. Um Listen, maybe fully understanding or paying attention, because it's like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So even if you got the answers or the keys, but you didn't have one without the other, it's like something being like, you get the keys and then you don't understand, or you don't understand. So it's like everything that's happening, that's going on even in the world, but not inner, as above so below, that type of thing. It is seeing, listening, understanding everything that's happening, because they're telling you the truth. They're telling us stuff right in our face, right? And then people will say, no, that's not what they meant. No, those are the exact words. Those were the exact words. And sometimes people don't like me, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. It could be in relationships and things of that nature. The first reason is because I'm a very literal person. So if a person says something to me, I go off of that, right? And then later on, it's been even in relationships that seem to be going well, right? But because I'm listening to what the person said, I act accordingly. And so a person says something to me, and this didn't happen multiple times, and then I say, well, this is what you said. No, that's not what I meant, is what the person will say, right? But this is what you said. And so they'll say, well, why do you have to take everything so literal? Because in my life, and what I know is that actions speak louder than words, right? So a person's actions will tell you whether or not they like you or they don't like you. A person's mouth will say, I love you. You're everything to me. You're my best friend. You're my, one and only. Meanwhile, okay, so this is the example. And I don't mean to use these people, but I just seen it. So, and I don't want no smoke, but You know, it is going to be what it's going to be. I was watching something the other day, and Jim Jones, there was a person, a random person somewhere, maybe TMZ person, I don't know. And Jim Jones walks up, and he's walking with this lady. And so when they walk up, it looks like they're very much hugged up, right? So, everybody took it and ran with it. Because you holding your hand around somebody and they have their hand around you, right? And so, then I saw, I don't know why, it brought me right back to the next thing, because the couple of days later, I ended up seeing a person. So Jim Jones, and the lady's name is JB or something. And again, I don't want no smoke, but fuck y'all. And Jim Jones, I love you with all my heart. But the lady said, because everybody was questioning who the lady was that his new girlfriend, da 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 da. So he ended up saying, or she ended up saying, she put the camera up, she's like, clear it up, because everybody thinks that's your girlfriend because of the way that, everything came off. Because instantly, as soon as the person starts talking to them, they let each other go. All right, body language is important. Body language is a language. So, I ain't saying nothing and not for nothing, because, I don't know these people. It's just, this is what popped in my head. The lady says for him to clear it up. They asked, because you don't know it's her first, and she says, cleared up, who's that person? And he said, this is the person that runs, the business, and without her, stuff don't go, this, that, and the third, right? And so somebody in the comments, because the comments was still saying it's giving secret relationship, right? So the lady goes into the comments and she says, I have a husband and I'm married and I have kids and I wouldn't do nothing, da 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 da. Bitch, nobody cares. Okay, astaghfirullah, didn't mean to say that, but I was thinking it. So God know what I said. I have a husband, I have a kid, I would never do nothing like that, da 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 da. So a couple more comments down, the lady, whoever wrote the comment, said that, the one that said it's giving secret relationship, I concur, sister. She ended up going and she said, well, I apologize if what I said, caused any problems. I really wanted to, type, but I kept my hands off of it. I wouldn't apologize to her for nothing. Because at the end of the day gonna end, and whether or not that's your homie, your friend, because everybody started saying, you can have friends and this and third. You ain't hugged up with nobody friend or nobody nothing. If it's a work relationship and you got a husband, because if I was the husband, I would be saying something, because you're not gonna trick. It's one of those things. You saw it. That was unexpected. They got caught off guard. They was in a place they felt comfortable. And again, I ain't saying nothing. All I'm gonna say is body language, everything suggests that you rock with it. So I'm gonna just say this. Don't let them trick you, because things be what they be, especially when nobody was expecting that. Nobody was expecting, and I don't know why, because I mean, it is Jim Jones. Like, why would nobody expect for somebody to be somewhere with a camera doing something? I mean, maybe, he might not be in the light. I don't know. Again, I ain't saying nothing, but that's just the example. It is somebody trying to trick you. Straight talk, hi, welcome, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. Amen. And so the person apologized, but I wouldn't apologize to her. It is what it is. I would have stood on it, because not for nothing, it got caught or it got seen. People got eyes. And it maybe could be boss. I don't know. I wouldn't fall for it. That's all I'm saying. So if in fact, even if it was just as honest as that, you should know better, especially if you're in a relationship. It's about respecting the other person. It don't look right. And so even if it could be misconstrued into something, it don't look right. And so the people may not be in a relationship. Me and you are in the relationship. Me and you are in the connection, spiritually, anything else. And again, it just don't look right. So take it how it resonates. Don't know why that's even important, but you know, there y'all go. I am covered in peace, love, and protection, because I'm not gonna fake, or I'm not gonna God is always gonna be God, and God is always gonna guide me in the right direction. That's all I'm gonna say. So I trust God enough that if something gets put, you know, around me in my spirit, this, that, and the third, that lesson, blessing, something has to be learned in that situation or through that situation. That's what I'm gonna say. So if we're also talking about divine coverage and things of that nature, it's almost like, so maybe this might be the thing, the reason why, because your title is divine shelter, open doors, and money flowing, safe. It got a bunch of emojis here, guided, financially aligned. But meanwhile, you may like something, want something, or not be paying attention to something that God is saying that's not right for you. And sometimes we just love, you know, who we love, or we love the situation. We may love the way a person looks, and that's a crazy thing, because, and I'm gonna just say this, I told somebody one time that the way the person loved the person's look, they love because they're aesthetic, right? Not realizing like this person treats you like trash. And so because of the aesthetic, the person will let the other person get away with so much stuff, but meanwhile it's like you wasting a whole lot of time with people. Mind you, God saying, I'm moving you around, I'm shifting you, and I'm elevating you in a different area, arena is what I heard, but in a different way. So take it how it resonates, but you've been put on notice. All right. So whatever I'm saying, you already know. You already been put on notice. That's what I heard. So take it how it resonates, because the notification came. So this ain't the first time you're hearing it. I release worry and I choose trust. Why? Okay, so this is the thing. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Have y'all ever noticed that when you in relationships, or when you start being in a friends group, or you start being around people, you start to look like, or you start to mimic their behavior, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. So the stronger one will win out in this situation. Even if you think you are the bigger version, like you may think that your energy is bigger, right? But if you start to notice that you're doing more of what they're doing, their energy is bigger than yours, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. So a person may think, because I hear the word stature, so a person may think that they have stature, and that's a thing. Like people, just because somebody has money, they'll think that they are bigger than, you know, the program. Meanwhile, money don't mean really nothing, but it means everything, especially in the energy dynamic. All right, so I'm gonna just say, like, I keep seeing a lot of stuff about people talking about, and this is black people, and you know, whatever is happening in the world today, they'll say that the reason why they're not prospering is because they have been worshiping their God, right? And I understand what they mean, but I also don't understand what they mean, because God is God. Hi, James. Welcome. Thank you for being here. God is God. And so whether or not something that they have done, they know how to energy harvest better, they know how to utilize whatever symbol systems, word trickery, mind effery, you know, I ain't gonna say it because, you know, but the fact of the matter is once you realize it, how do you get out of it? Because again, Straight Talk said exactly what I said earlier, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you continue to think that a person is above you, elevated, this, that, and third, but in my life, I believe, I don't care what you have. You believe like I do. You're going to die the same way anybody else, you know, dies. You're going to be, you know, reborn the same way anybody else reborns. Whether or not you just understand it or understand it faster, it is, and I hear this thing again, if I'm doing it, they're doing it too. Because once we cross into the energy, mind you, I learned something new the other day. So once we cross into the energy, it is, you can pick apart the things that you need, especially if you're a person or a being that understands it. So when I say I'm a collector, but sometimes it is taking bits and pieces. So you cross into my energy, you and I happen to, my energy realizes it, because sometimes my energy does stuff before I'm aware of it, right? And then I'll say, well, why are you doing that? Because you don't do that. Why are you saying this? Because you don't say that. All of a sudden, like I said, decorum was a word the other day that just was in my system. I kept saying it. And then I started realizing, why are you saying that word? Where did you get that from? And why is it now that you're saying it over and over and over again, right? And so, if you can pick out the things that are positive for you, because again, for me, I feel like I have a healthy fear of God. A lot of y'all don't. That's the reason why y'all do some of the stuff. Not y'all, but a lot of people don't, and that's the reason why they do a lot of the things they're doing. Do y'all see what's happening? All of a sudden, it is like it keeps being this aura or air. Something happens, and it's like it's gray outside, and then all of a sudden it's a beam or something that comes through. It's like a piece that gets created or something. But anyway, if there's a behavior that starts to be like, all of a sudden out of nowhere you start smoking cigars or anything like that, right? Mind you, this didn't happen to me. And then, long story short, somebody that was in my energy that, I kind of am, actively sharing energy with sometimes, come to find out they were doing that and I didn't know. And then it just so happened that, we happened to be talking, kicking it one day, and then all of a sudden it comes out. And so now I'm like, oh, okay, that's where that came from. Either way, long story short, I like the smell. Also, if you're spiritual, you already know it gets used in a certain different things. Then it was like, I kept smelling cigarettes one time. The thing about me is I never liked cigarettes, but actively, when cigarette smell started to, be a thing, and I'm smelling the cigarettes, I'm saying, work is being done or somebody is smoking heavily, right? And the thing about me is, because I don't like cigarettes, it was something growing up that, people around me did. I never liked the smell. It always kind of took my breath away. So I never developed that habit. It was always like, I don't like that. So it's also like, during times when you're going through spiritual chaos, is what I'm gonna say, right? A lot of people, there's drug use, there's alcoholism, there's a lot of things. Mind you, not for nothing, at one point in time, it was whatever, I was doing, and I could do what I want to do, right? Um, but like heavier types of substances, I was never really like attracted to, because of the fact that growing up, and this was one of the biggest things, it was always just say no to drugs, right? But mind you, before they did that whole platform where Bush back in the day did this thing, say just say no, um, I wouldn't do heavier drugs, because I always got taught that in my spirit, I knew that I would die over a drug overdose, right? So that's why my spirit said, you don't do certain things. I would say it to people. This is the reason why I wouldn't do that. So if a person said, oh, well, it's this, or this, that, and the third, no, I'm not going to do that, because of the fact that I don't want to be doing crack because, crackhead behavior. How many crackheads do you know live long, prosperous lives? It's just not a thing. How many people that do, whatever those things are, live long, healthy, prosperous lives? Maybe they do. I don't know. But at the end of the day, everything that I have seen and saw, and what my spirit was teaching me. So if somebody came into the energy and this is what they were doing, it was a huge, big no for me. I'm not doing that, right? But there is also a thing, and I'm going to be mindful because it's coming up, to tell y'all. At one point in time, and I want to say it's Belly. No, it wasn't Belly. It's a movie. Maybe New Jack City. One of the ones back in the day, because this was a thing. Um, Men and women having relationships. Be mindful that you have a blessing. You have a blessing already coming for you. So this is what people around you, for some reason, it's watching. So people around you the dude ended up injecting the female. Um, and then the family was wondering why she ended up, on hard da da da. But it was intentional. So in the movie, it was intentional. But mind you, this is the mindset of some of these people, because if they can take you down, that is their assignment. The enemy, assignment of the enemy is by any means necessary. If you allow them close enough to you, or you allow them in your circumference or your area, a needle stick could be a thing. And then all of a sudden, now you're on something, and this, that, and the third, or now you're liking something, or now something is happening, but it was being force fed. So whatever that is, I don't know who that is. It happened, and it happened multiple times. It is also just like, it's people that have platforms right now, and I heard it the other day. And so I don't even want to tell their story. I'm gonna just say that suppose you decide not to date a person, or you decide that you want to be with a person, and intercourse is off the table because marriage and this, that, and the third. So the person, basically, one night they said they was chilling, and this is a lot of people's stories, so just know, they was chilling. The person may have drank too much. Mind you, in real life, the person had already said, we are not gonna be together until we're together, right? So they just having a harmless glass of wine or something. You don't drink. All of a sudden, now you're inebriated, right? Because off a little something. And you wake up the next day, and everything ain't right. Some stuff ain't smelling right. It looked like things are touched, right? So there's a group of guys, for some reason, that think that this is okay behavior. Mind you, it's a group of guys that could be your husband, your boyfriend, your this, that, and the third. They think that because they've already been granted permission, or not really granted permission, because I'm gonna say that only reason why I'm gonna use the husband scenario is because, husbands be thinking that, and I have been a victim of that, right? And I don't want to say victim because it's your husband, but technically you're a victim. So a person uses the fact that you are under the influence or something else, and now they utilize that for, their own personal gain. It happens to so many women. Maybe even happens to so many men, but I'm not a man, and men mostly don't say certain things of that nature. All I'm saying is that divine shelter opens doors, and money flowing. It's abundance, safe, guided, and financially aligned. So something about the current situation, something about something that is, because it says clear and present danger is what I hear. But mind you, it's like a people going through emails and things of that nature. I don't know why, but whoever it is don't seem like the right fit. It's like a very sneaky energy. And so they will say they're exempt, like they didn't do that, but technically that is labeled as, you took something that wasn't permissibly given. And even though maybe a person may not have known, mind you, like I said, that didn't happen to me, I'm gonna say more than once, right? But this is also the reason why, stop drinking, or stop drinking around certain people, or just stop drinking, period, because certain things start to happen. And now, and some people will have friends, family, and things of that nature, and guess what, these people don't protect you, because you would think that you can go and have a harmless girls night, boys night, because boys be, you can have a harmless girls night, boys night, da 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 da. Meanwhile, things don't feel right after that. So this is also where being able to trust the people that you're around, because there are some people who will, take very good care of you, but also you have to watch your conduct, because this is important. All right. So take it how it resonates. Things be happening, and then people will act like they're oblivious. but also, you know, it's situations where, because for some reason it's given, somebody wants to show that, but people don't realize, like, there is no, I don't know what is the statutory time on rape or molestation, because if in fact somebody does something that shows that or promotes that or anything else, it's jail time on the table for whoever did it. So just be mindful and know that. And again, don't know why that's the thing, but take it how it resonates. So no darkness can overcome the light within me. It doesn't matter. You are also not a victim. You are victorious. So even if something has happened, or, you know, you're not a victim. I'm covered in peace, love, and protection. I release worry and choose trust. I am guided away from harm and towards purpose, because it's divine shelter. Being able to stay to yourself and stick to yourself. And then one of the things also that's being, you know, brought to my vision is the guy, I told you about this before. There was a man that said, he notices two different things. He rents out houses and this, that, and third, but he noticed there's a difference between the men and the women. So when, men move into the houses, he said that they keep their houses clean. He said a lot of them are very clean. They pay their rent and everything on time. He said he'll notice that a girl or a woman may, you know, come around, but the men never normally let the women take over the whole entire house, right? He said also what he noticed about the women is that the women from the beginning, they'll have all their stuff right, all together, everything else, and this is just his observation, so do with this information what you will. He said that the women will have all their stuff together. They'll be paying on time. They'll be doing all these things. And then a couple months down the road, he'll notice that, you know, there's some man that is around. And then all of a sudden, he'll notice that the man is now living there. He said also then he starts to notice that when he shows up, the man will be there, the woman will be gone. All of a sudden, the house is starting to look different also. Like, it's not as clean as it was before. So I don't know what type of, you know, situations these women be doing, but it's a thing. And then he said, then he'll notice that all of a sudden the mortgage, or the rent starts to lag. And then all of a sudden, it's just a whole slew of things. That's a spiraling of the lady, right? Mind you, I just told y'all about, I think it was Minister Farrakhan, I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but he was talking about the thing that was happening with the lady. And he said that men will take the gifts, and it's not a thing about men and women, or he said they'll corrupt the gifts, right? So y'all, it's a thing where they love them when they're doing initially, but then all of a sudden after they get with them, they start to change everything. So again, it's basically the energy, because I was saying that if you notice the energy is bigger, you could be on your stuff, you could be doing everything, and then you allow this energy to come around you, and then all of a sudden it starts to do a thing. And the person will think that, you know, their energy is bigger, they're spiritually aligned, they're this, they're that, they're all of these things, but meanwhile you let this energy come in and come around you, and all of a sudden now you're spiraling and not knowing how to, you know, undo it. You got to get rid of the thing, the person, the situation, because now they have, you know, kind of corrupted whatever the energy is. But mind you, everybody outside will see it. Friends, family, everybody else. And again, depending upon whether or not they're good friends and family, this, that, or third, they'll either say something or they won't. But most of the time, depending upon what type of person you are and how you are, you know, feeling about the person, you could either listen or not. Happened to me too. So sometimes we listen right away and we go on and get, or sometimes it just, you know, drags a situation all to hell. So my spirit is strong, grounded, and secure. I'm supported in ways seen and unseen. Peace surrounds me day and night. I overcome fear with faith. I'm never alone on my journey. So that's also one of the biggest things, because again, we talking about God, and you know, whether or not you love it here, like it here, don't, you know, whatever it is, right? And a lot of people will feel like they're alone in situations, especially when you're at your roughest or hardest times, right? But also, we're talking about a blessing and you leveling up. Sometimes It's like, it's the tower. It's the tower moment. Y'all, there's still money moving around. Like, it is a weird thing. Like, I'm getting alerts, like, money is being shifted. I'm literally sitting in front of y'all, like, but my screen keeps saying this amount of money is being moved. This amount of money is being moved. It's, so whatever is happening is totally, now that one's doing it. Take it how it resonates, because I'm looking and I don't know what that is, but it's money shifting around, and a lot of it, just so y'all know. So take it how it resonates. Message being divine shelter, open doors, and money flowing. Safe, guided, financially aligned. Watch the things and the people that are around you. The saying goes, corrupt a man with a gift, find out who he really is. Okay. Well, looks like gifting being done. Is stuff happening. All right. So take it how it resonates. And thank you, straight. All right, so let me go back over here where I was. So also more prayer being shown. So whatever your prayers are, God is definitely listening and on it. I'm supported in ways seen and unseen. Peace surrounds me day and night. I overcome fear with faith. I'm never alone on my journey, because that's where we were at. I'm never alone on my journey. You're never alone on your journey. You know it. You understand it. Even at your lowest, God is always there. What is that? That's the God walk with me. It's footsteps in the sand. I think that's what that is. Let me see. Footprints. All right, so this may be somebody's scripture or something that you may use or utilize or something. Let's see what we got. I don't know, y'all. I got a Cardi B song in my head that I've been singing all day. We should be good by now. Austin Fury. Hi, Austin Fury. Welcome. All right, well, don't know why that's taking so long, and now it's a verification have to be going down. So also that may be something that has taken a minute of time, because now we're having to verify that it's us. But mind you, it's weird because I had to verify there, and this is saying it's verifying. So it's like something that is being given, but they have to verify that it's you. Y'all, whatever y'all got going on, good luck for y'all. I mean, not good luck, but congratulations to y'all and blessings. So let me verify, because I'm verifying everywhere, here and there. And mind you, two different systems. This is my desktop. That's a cellular device, but mind you, everything is verifying, not using the same exact thing, but it's happening at the same exact time, which I keep saying, earth school, the things that are surrounding you. All right, we got ringing happening, phone calls. All right, so dun, 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 dun. Okay, so is that it's a poem, they said. So it's a poem, not a scripture. And I remember seeing this on Everybody's House back in the day, right? They would have it on a little thing on the wall. Footprints in the sand is one of those phrases that carries a lot of emotional resonance, even when it's set out of context. Since you repeated it, let me give you the version that captures its essence in a clean, meaningful way. What the hell is this? Astaghfirullah. Something you can use as a reflection or a caption or even a starting point. Y'all, I don't even know what this is. This is on Microsoft. I don't even use this, but it says since I repeated it. Um, a short original reflection. Here's a fresh take that isn't tied to copyrighted text. A footprint in the sand is proof that even the briefest moments leave a mark. The tide may wash it away, but the journey that made it remains. Okay, that's a different take on it. Never heard that. So love that. If you're hinting to something symbolic, a footprint in the sand can represent a trace of someone who walks beside you, a moment that mattered, even if it didn't last. Evidence of progress, step by step. A reminder that presence doesn't always need permanence. Oh, and I was getting ready to tell you about the dream, about the energetic tie that even came from a dream. So for some reason, this person has been coming in my dreams for the past couple days, right? Mind you, it was giving me good energy, but still, like I said, previously, the person in this lifetime or any other lifetime, um, it don't exist to me, right? Although the energy existed, but mind you, it's been giving good energy. So it's almost like the energy signature of the person has changed, because the other day when I woke up, I had crazy good energy, but I know it came from whatever that dream was. And I got crazy good energy anyway, but for some reason it gave like hands off release, but the energy feels like it changed. So this would be like a person that may have wronged you, or y'all wronged each other in life, right? And then all of a sudden now the person is growing, elevating, because when I'm doing it, you're doing it too, right? Especially if it's energetic energy, right? And so the person would think that this is when people try to come around in your life and they'll say, oh, I changed this, that, and the third. Have you? I ain't buying it. And great for the change. So I'm not judging nobody at all, period. So it's great if you can change, a great if an energy can change, but they have to change for themselves. They have to change for whatever their situation is, not to get back into a situation. So this is where energetically it's two different worlds, but even if it could be energy sent from one world to the other world, I wish you well. I wish you, whatever God wants for you. Because technically, I'm not going to wish you anything. I'm going to just go this way. I don't feel nothing behind it. It was me having to heal myself to get past whatever it was. The only thing is, at the time when everything was happening, I wish it could have been different. But as of now, it is what it is. And guess what? I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. Or maybe I would. I don't know. But I don't feel like I would. If it hadn't happened. So in everything that was devastating happening, I found me. So if not for nothing, it all worked out. And so I'm okay with it and take it how it resonates. But I love that a person could be changing. Why is this still doing this? Y'all, it's still a thing. More money being moved. Something is not, like, what is happening? It's weird. Nothing is happening, but literally, this phone did it. Now this phone did it, but nothing is happening. Maybe that might be the thing. Like, because I don't know why that's doing that, but maybe that might be the way it's looking. Don't ask me. All I know is money's being shifted in many different places, and it's strange because what the hell is happening? Excuse me. Stuff a lot. So let's see. One footprint. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. One footprint in the sand, mine or yours, reminds me that every path is shaped by the steps that we dare to take. All right, so I don't know what that was, but that's not what I asked for. So we just gonna go to Google because I want the thing that it was in everybody's household back in the day. It was always this little scroll thing that was on the wall, right? And it was footprints in the sand. It was the man being carried, and then by and he said, when you look back, those were the times that I carried you. So even though you thought you were on your journey or your pathway by yourself, God was always there, always standing beside you, always watching. And again, we're talking about blessings here. So you moving or you doing whatever it is that you were doing, footprints. And all right, right there. Can I see it? What is that? You thinking that it's the most horrible moment in your life. This too shall pass. It was just a moment in time. But meanwhile, this had to happen because it was a bigger alignment, for a bigger alignment. So we got footprints. One night a man had a dream. He dreamed he was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky flashed scenes from his life. For each scene, he noticed two sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to him and the other belonged to the Lord. When the last scene of his life flashed before him, he looked back at the footprints in the sand. He noticed that many times along the path of his life, there was only one set of footprints. He also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times of his life. This really bothered him, and he questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I have noticed that during the most troublesome times of my life, there is only one set of footprints. I don't understand why, when I needed you the most, you would leave me. The Lord replied, my precious, precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During the times of your trial and suffering, when you see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. Divine shelter opens doors and money flowing. Safe. It's a dove. I told y'all I seen a white dove. I posted it too. It was just random. So money flowing, safe, guided, and financially aligned. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Go with that. We're gonna go over here. My spirit is strong, grounded, and secure. I am supported in ways seen and unseen. Peace surrounds me day and night. I overcome fear with faith. In the process of that, watch who you have around you, okay? So, because that's what that triggered. Watch who you have around you. I am never alone in my journey. And the reason why I overcome fear with faith is because it's a projection energy. So yesterday, I went into the store and instantly the cashier just had the nastiest of attitudes, right? And so I'm talking on the phone to my son and I'm like, this lady, I don't know what's wrong with her, but the way she just, her demeanor was just disgusting, right? And so I get to the back and I'm saying something. Mind you, another person in the store said, the lady at the front, yeah, you're right, right? So, okay, I get back around there. And so she had the stuff that I had asked her to get for me. And so she don't realize I'm standing behind the lady that she's talking to. So she says, oh, this ain't yours. She said, I don't know where she is. I said, I'm right here. And you need to check your attitude because you got a nasty attitude. I don't have no attitude. Yeah, you do. No, you have. I said, lady, it's my birthday today. I don't have an attitude. I'm actually very happy, and I'm trying to get to where I'm getting ready to go to, right back home, right? Well, just whatever. Anyway, the lady that's in front of me, because she was checking out somebody else that was in front of her. The lady that's in front of me, when she gets to the register, hi, how are you doing? Da 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 da. I made note, right? because I had you had a little slight something with me, but technically, if that's your greeting, that should be the same since you work here, right? Because this your job, not mine. Anyway, so when I get to the register, she says nothing. Didn't care. So she takes and rings up the stuff. First thing I noticed, she tried to steal because she rang up something twice. And I said, you rang that up twice. Oh, I'm sorry. Took it off. So then she hands me, because I was paying with Apple Pay. So she hands me the bag that she had. Mind you, it was some ice sitting on the counter. So now I got to reach across the counter to pick up the ice because she now has started ringing up the people behind me. And I said, you could have picked that up and gave it to me. What you want me to do, put it in a buggy? No, you could, because I was very cussed. No, you could have actually just gave it to me. And so I start, going a little, but I'm leaving because you about to make me catch a charge today, and I don't want to catch no charge on my birthday because you got me messed up. Anyway, so I take the stuff, but I'm still, so by the time I get to the car, to the back of the car, and I'm putting this stuff in the back of the car, my son's still on the phone. The girls that was behind me comes out of the store, and the girl, because their car is parked next to me, the girl says, oh, I was about to get her for you. She said, and I went to school with her, and, she was cussing, and she said, she always, it's like that. The weird part to me is, me, the lady that was on the other side when I first came in and I was saying something about her attitude, the two girls that was behind me with her attitude, understood her attitude, but she is trying to act like she don't realize her demeanor is disgusting. Like, ain't nobody out here just saying you got an attitude because we want to say you had an attitude. So she was trying to project on me because she tried to tell me that it was my attitude. No, lady, like I'm floating on cloud 9. I just made it to 50, sister. Mind you, I made it to 50, and quite frankly, I don't even feel like 50. So in my mind, I'm out here talking to God like, God, you mean to tell me like it's on some reversal time? Because literally that's how I feel. Like, I don't know if anybody else at 50 was feeling like, because they'll be trying to tell you supposed to be broke down and this, that, and the third by the time you reach certain ages, right? No, that ain't how I feel. I feel like I want to do, X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third, da, 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 da. So you're not going to project on me that, it was me, because no ma'am, no ham. I came in this store glowing. I'm going to leave this store glowing even though I'm getting ready, But please don't play. Don't accept that, because people will try to project onto you and then say that it's you. Meanwhile, everybody around them notices. But the young girl says she went to school where she said she's been like that her whole entire life. Can you imagine being a negative, nasty energy your whole entire life and not knowing it? Mind you, the girl said herself that she was saying what she needed to say to her. Like, that's got to be the craziest thing, that you have such bad energy that you don't even know you got bad energy. That's crazy. And it's weird. Anyway, don't let these people project energy. Don't let them project. My spirit is strong, grounded, and secure. And if you got to check a hoe, sometimes it's decorum, because it means acting accordingly for the time, for the job, for the situation. All right. And, we ain't got to get out right, but people need their attitude checked, because who do you think you talking to? And I didn't tell you to come and work here. This your job, not mine. And quite frankly, I know how Google work. I know how corporate work. I know how to get you off the job if you don't want to be at the job. And so I feel like I don't care where you work at, because I can go work at McDonald's and I'm going to still have a great attitude today. Hi, how may I help you? May I take your order, please? Because don't do that with my food. I don't like that. I overcome fear with faith. And do unto others as you will have them do unto you. You want good energy put into your faith, into your food, your faith, your face, your aura, your area. Be a good energy. You don't gotta be walking around here mad and nasty. It's a lot of things happening, a lot of people out here in life, and they still have great attitudes about situations and circumstances. It's people that could be going through a whole lot, and mind you, you don't even know because they still show up here ready to go. How y'all doing? Welcome to Earth School, y'all. We gonna get this done because right now we learning lessons every day, even in the midst of this too shall pass, and blessings are flowing. Protection walks with me wherever I go, because we are never alone, and protection walks with me wherever I go. I am divinely supported. It's angels out here circling that don't play about me. They'll come get you, please and thank you. You know, I'll be trying to hold them back, like don't go get them yet. But then other times I'll be like, why you ain't like, go get them, please and thank you. Like, go. If that's all you was waiting for was me to say go please, thank you, get them. Because what? I call for help and receive divine support. Prayer changes things. That's why one of the things that I love about Ramadan, because even people who are not, Muslim or anything, they also participate in Ramadan too. But the thing that I love the most about Ramadan is everybody is actively, because people will straighten up, like people will straighten up during Ramadan, right? And can you imagine the blessings that go and flow into the universe 5 times or more, because it's more prayers, like it's it's a set time for this, but you could just be praying in between. But at those moments in time when the call for prayer goes up, it's so many people actively putting good energy into the universe at the same time. It shifts the air. It shifts the energy. That is amazing. And so that's what I love, because everybody will actively, the people straighten up during Ramadan, like for real. I love that for us. I love that for the universe. I love that for Mother Nature, because it's enough people running around here negative and nasty, okay? I call for help and receive divine support, because God don't play about you. God don't play about me. Hey, Abby, welcome. So at that moment in time, it's like knowing that you can call into heaven and ask for something, and knowing that it's going to be received. Like, please get them. Thank you. All at the same time. But mind you, I don't know how many billions of people, because I don't know how many people actively are, participating. But that amount of people, I wonder if it's more people than not. Because that's got to be the best thing. And it's like, excuse me, who created the song? We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Like, can you imagine if everybody actively prayed at the same time? Can you imagine how much energy gets put into the universe? Like, that's the windows of heaven opening up and dropping blessings that only God could do. That's amazing. Not only to mention everything happening right now is Ramadan. It is Lunar New Year. It is the season actively, doing, it's Black History Month. Whatever it is you want to subscribe to that's going to make you get in good energy. It could be the weather changing, or it feeling like springtime. But also, y'all, it feel like springtime around here. But I'm gonna tell y'all, be very, very careful, because that's also pneumonia weather. Because I'm a February baby. Like, I kicked this thing off around here, right? February has always been the coldest month from any time I can remember. All of a sudden today, we get outside and I'm telling my son, I said, it is warm. To the tune of I was getting ready to roll my windows down, right? And then I said, you know what? Don't be tricked. Because literally, roll the windows back up. Because one, it was moist in the air. We already know these people. She said March will catch you slipping too. Period. So, we already know these people are actively trying to, minimize the numbers around this piece, because again, like I said, if we can get everybody praying at the same time on the same accord like it does during Ramadan, and then what is it, is Lent also taking place right now? It's a couple different things that are making everybody actively pray, and then not only to mention the people that are doing whatever they're doing. The reason why they doing what they doing is because, y'all, they know they losing. Two, now they get ready to have to start doing other stuff to try to make you focus over here. Well, meanwhile, everybody's focused on family, prayer, God, connection, the collective. Because then there was something that happened yesterday, and it's in Marietta, Georgia, and the people were talking about it, that somebody decided to, a black person during Black History Month. But to me, all it made me feel was, they already know if everybody's attention is on good stuff, like I just said, Lunar New Year, Ramadan, all the prayer, all the worshiping, all the connection to God. So now let me try to do the worst things to y'all because I need y'all to focus over here. No, we ain't got time for that. Like, y'all not even original. Like, at some point in time, I feel like they should figure out that since they're not original, do something that we ain't never seen before. Like, can you imagine the nasties waking up and just deciding that I'm getting ready to send everybody seeds, or I'm getting ready to send everybody something to go start planting? Collectively, we would all think something is wrong. Like, do something different. Like, that would be the time where we would all have to probably side eye each other. Like, should we really plant these seeds? Because the nasties woke up today and they chose to be good people. Like, I think that would kind of throw us off more than you trying to do what you're trying to do. Oh, let's go, slap some people around, go kidnap, like, we used to y'all doing that already. So it's not like, that's not original. I think it would throw us off more if you did something good at this point, because, like, man, you done already try to beat us, kick us, da 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 da, and now all of a sudden it is the windows of heaven opening up because everybody's actively realizing and focusing on our own connection to, it's the God in me. It's the God in me. And so this is what we're going to need to collectively get to this situation. We have to understand that our connection is the one that was important, not the one that they try to say, oh, you got to be connected to this in order to get to this. No, God, it already resides in here. And now I'm just acting accordingly. Now I'm tapping into my divine gift, my divine blessings, my divine attributes. And I'm, tapping right into the source. My phone, I can pick it up and it goes directly dialed to heaven. It goes directly dialed to, spiritual universe. Oh, they definitely don't want that happening. But meanwhile, this is what's happening. Like, people have been actively exhausted to the tune of, like, I feel like they don't even realize they are the thing that pushed everybody into a further connection to figure out, the God in us, or the connection to God. Like, you doing so much out here that you don't realize that you are the thing that's actively pushing everybody in the direction that you didn't want them to go. That's got to be strange and weird to me. I live in trust, and trust brings me rest, because I live in trust, and trust brings me rest. So when you call for divine help, you receive divine support. God opened up the windows, and miracles are happening every day surrounding us. Whatever it's going to be, it was a que sera. What shall be, shall be. My refuge and my fortress. God is described as protection, a place you can lean on when you feel weak, afraid, and attacked by life. Saved from the snare and pestilence. Protection from hidden traps, harmful situations, illnesses, or things meant to harm you, both physical and spiritual. Let me tell you something about a gift and a blessing. So I told y'all a couple years ago when that fog thing started happening, right? The very first year that I noticed that was actively happening, I got sick, like to the tune of I had to snatch myself out of my sleep, right? I said that. And then this year, actively, when it happens, I go to sleep, I have a dream, you're protected from that. So even after I had the dream, you're protected from that. The next day, I saw my cameras, what it was doing. I got online and I said, y'all, and because I be a little bit leery to say stuff because, people be trying to use that C word with me. I don't like that, but it is what it is. I said, y'all, the fog that I told y'all about that couple years ago is outside again, right? But this time it was received a whole lot better because now other people said the same exact thing, right? So now more people know about this fog. Right behind that, people started getting sick. Guess who didn't get sick? All right. But also what they not paying attention to, because it's one of those things again, the nasties wake up and they try to figure out, let me do this to the people because we trying to, decrease these people around here because there's too many of y'all. And so we gotta get y'all going. So this is what we gonna do. We gonna, do a little sprinkle, right? Anyway, long story short, can you imagine if they F around and find out that the very fact that they did that sprinkle added to your superpowers or actively created your body to create something else, or it turned on something dormant in your body and now you are on superpower mode? Because now the thing that was turned off or dormant in you wasn't necessary and needed because what they were doing didn't exist. But the minute they started doing it, now the body is a amazing thing. Again, because like I said, I don't feel and then a shout out to my friend Keisa. My friend Keisa called me yesterday for my birthday. I love her. She's an Aquarius. And so, me, the cuss baby, Aquarius Pisces energy. So me and her was kicking it. And she gave me a blessing yesterday for my birthday. And then she was mentioning the growth and the elevation that is happening and things of that nature. But I want to say take a time out and shout out to her because love and love and love. But anyway, just imagine that being the very thing that activates spiritual gifts. It's always where they do something that is supposed to be harmful that God already knew. God already knew that this was going to happen. So now because I already knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. We already knew you was going to be nasty. You was going to wake up. You was going to be this type of energy. You was going to try to, play God in other people's lives and this, that, and the third. You was going to try to steal free will. You was going to try to go against divine everything. And so there's a little, nugget or a little tidbit that I had to insert into the breath of life to know that end up turning us all up. Yes. And so that's the way I felt because at this point, that stuff didn't bother me. But like I said, something else is going on because once it felt like it's too warm outside, that's pneumonia weather. And then they'll start saying, oh, people having, respiratory, this, that, and the third. And you'll wonder why outside was also moist, but there was no rain, but the ground was wet. So why is outside moist? There is no rain. And now it's warm as I don't know what. So they can say, oh, the humidity, the pressure, Nah, y'all. So roll your windows up, put on a mask. Yesterday, I'm going to where my son was, and literally I can smell something in the air. And I'm talking to one of my other sons on the phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put on a mask because whatever that was, it is foggy during the day. Ain't no way it should be foggy during the day. Like, it's weird. Like, it looks like it's smoky, but mind you, everybody's saying they see it. My son is in a different state, everything, and he's saying it's there too. Like, y'all do realize we can tell when y'all are doing, whatever it is you're doing. They don't care though. Like them people don't care. I can tell you that right now. Like their agenda, just trying to push their agenda. So covered with his feathers, gentle care, like being held or shielded when you feel vulnerable. So God covering you. But mind you, this whole scripture is basically everything of whatever somebody else is doing. Like people will, perish around you, but it won't touch you. It won't hurt you. It won't harm you. It's weird because it's in Arkansas too. Yo, it's everywhere, because when I said it the other day, somebody in California said they see it. It is everywhere. And it looks smoky, but ain't no smoke. It was 70 something the other day. Now it's 46. I'm trying to tell you, it don't make no sense. Like, God get them. You will not fear the terror of the night. So apparently there's some stuff that's roaming around, actively roaming around, because I keep people keep seeing it. And one lady on her security cameras, it was strange because it looked like the image of a person that wasn't a person, and it keeps being shown and think, but whatever it is, it's been a couple times, like, even it's my house, my backyard, this, that, and the third, but it's been a couple times that we done been outside in the middle of the night, and it just be like, the energy is great. But I've had a few times where I done been outside and I'm like, I'm not going outside. It's the strangest thing. So take it how it resonates. It just be stuff around. 1,000 may fall at your side. Chaos may happen around you, but your faith keeps you grounded and spiritually protected. You know what the best thing about being grounded and spiritually protected in the middle of chaos is? Because like, there's people that can manifest very well even in the midst of chaos. And if you're one of them people, that's an awesome thing. Because this is what they do. They create chaos, and then you have to kind of still be on an even keel in order for you to kind of not focus on whatever it is that they're doing, and try to even calm other people down around you when everything is happening. Like, chaos and chaos magic is a thing. It's the energy. It is like everything being thrown all at once, and you can feel it when you wake up. Like, that's not me. It's a lot happening. That's where I am now. Well, you know how to deal with it. And it also says right here, 1,000 may fall at your side. Chaos may happen around you, but your faith keeps you grounded and spiritually protected. This too shall pass. Even in the midst of, like, most of the time, even in storms, and that was the first thing that happened when I started my spiritual channel. Chaos happening around you. You can't stand up because you're gonna get knocked from it's like the wind in the tunnel. You have to stay like this, so that way, because if you stand up, it's stuff, floating and flying around you. You may get hit, knocked out, dead. If you blown away, all the things. All you have to do is sit and still and wait. Let it, yup. She said, yup, slow it down in my mind and transmute it. Yes. So not to say that it don't happen. It happens around a lot of us. It'd be when too many things are starting to happen all at once. One thing that I noticed, and the thing that is the most important, was when you moving too fast, that's when the worst things happen to you, because it's like, that when the guy came in yesterday, he's slow and steady wins the race. Yes, because you get to see things as doors open, you get to see them easily. When doors close, you get to see them easily. But if you just on a, just running to the finish line, you don't see when this something up here is about to happen. I literally was trying to explain it to my son even this morning. I said, me reaching to be this age, right? Mind you, and I said the same exact thing, I don't feel like they would describe at 50, right? I feel good. And so, better than good. And so I don't want to feed my spirit that at 50, it's like you're over the hill. No. I feel like at this moment I could, ask God for another 100 years, but as long as that's what Keita was saying. That's why I said shout out to her. I could ask God for another 100 years, and she said, yeah, protect my body and protect my mind. Yes, protect my vessel. Like, heal my vessel, and I have to, heal my vessel. This is why even Ramadan is important too, because y'all know, intermittent fasting and things of that nature, great for your body, great for your system. Because I even noticed that on the first day when I woke up on Ramadan, because we started on the 17th, but some people, they said it was yesterday, the 19th, right? But anyway, we had started firstly on the 19th, and that's when I drink the most water, like literally, because now it is, I try to stay away from when I'm allowed to drink, because you know you can't eat all day, you can't drink all day, but by nighttime now I'm being actively mindful not to try to drink soda and things of that nature. So yesterday I did notice the difference, because since it was my birthday, I had cake and I had, you know, soda and some other stuff, and I was thinking, something about that wasn't right, because instantly I felt the effects of eating that much sugar, and also, you know, just whatever was in it, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't make it, we got it. But during Ramadan, I drink a whole lot more water. I'm very more mindful of, and then me and my son do this little thing. It's like a water game to make sure that I'm drinking more water. And mind you, when you pushing all that stuff out of your system, it makes you feel a whole lot better. So that's another thing that I love when Ramadan comes. It makes me a whole lot more intentional on the things that I'm eating and the things that I put in my body. Period. So I love that. Um, Angels guarding you. Angels will guard you. Guidance and unseen help. Protection may come in ways you don't always recognize. So guard your heart, guard your mind. So protect the body, protect the mind, right? And when you running and there's a sign being given, because one day, remember I told y'all, I said everything turned red. And so when everything turned red, red is like, you know, slow down, stop, right? And so then up ahead it was like a lion. So if you're, you know, all over the place, you may not notice little subtle signs that's trying to, you know, pump your brakes. Or people get mad when things start happening, you lose your keys, like it be a thing behind the other, but meanwhile that's the universe trying to slow you down for whatever is ahead. And so people get mad at stuff like that, you get frustrated, but meanwhile go with the flow. That could be your very saving grace. You don't realize, like on I-20 in the next 32 minutes, it's going to be a 23,000 car pile up, and you would be right in the midst of that if you hadn't lost your keys. And then after you lost your keys, then you realize you didn't have no gas, and now you got to get to, you know, everything is basically pumping your brakes so you won't end up in that. But then sometimes we don't listen to our second mind, because our mind could be saying stay home anyway. Like you heard the call, they said stay home. And I mean, it's a spiritual call. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your gut feeling says don't leave outside the house today. Like my gut feeling this morning told me I wanted to roll my windows down because it felt warm. My gut said, no ma'am. And then I instantly told my son, no, roll the windows up. That's pneumonia weather. Something ain't right, because ain't no way it's this warm right here, right now. It don't make no sense. Thank you for reminding me of this. I mean, you know, just the message they gave me, because I ain't have nothing for you this morning. Actually, I stayed up so late last night that my son came and got me. He said, Mom, it's 6:30. I'm normally up by then, and so I was still knocked out. So I had nothing, because I can remember the days I couldn't find my keys and knew it wasn't time to go yet. Well, and that's the other thing. Like when I go in stores and things of that nature, I am very much intentional to know that, like, I'm not going to the store if I can't just walk around it anyway, because I'm not going to be in a rush. Because why? Then you get in the store and people are doing this, that, and the third. You notice it's a bunch of chaos, and I'm just in here, you know, going a little bit slower than everybody else. Okay, you can go in front of me, because like the fact that you doing whatever you're doing, like around here, it's heavy. Like people will ride your bumper like this. Like they got so many places to go, not realizing hell is going to be the first place. Why are you riding my bumper like that? It's a weird thing. So everybody's in a rush to die. Not me. I want to live like hundreds of years. And again, keep my body, keep my mind. Like, let's reverse whatever, you know, could have been done, and let's figure this thing out. Because again, I feel good. I don't want to say that just because you have to get to a certain age that you are you deteriorating like hell. No, thank you. I don't subscribe to that. That's why I also said to my son this morning, that's why I also minimize my risk. And it's not like the very first time that even made me think of that was I went to the Harrington Fairground, and got on this ride. And literally the ride is one of the ones that whip real fast, and all I saw was me out into the parking lot. That right there ended my whole ride career, because although I didn't fly out to the parking lot, my spirit had flew out to the parking lot. My spirit said, you don't need this type of energy in your life. Like, what you need that for? Like, I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I don't need that. Like, I'm smooth. You know what I'm saying, with it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta get all this. I ain't that. Lay back, chill. I ain't got time for that. Leave all that other shit, stuff for law. Leave all that other stuff to the other people that got time. I ain't chasing that rush. I'm chasing peace and love. And mind you, been that. Because this happened many, many moons ago when I was young, and I realized, like, my spirit don't like them types of shocks to it. Like, my spirit is like, we relax, we chill, we parlay. We ain't got time for all that other. I don't know what y'all doing. I love that for you if that's what your spirit, needs. My spirit don't need that. My spirit needs. Thank you. Mood music, candles, like perfect lighting, things of that nature. Like, that's what my spirit needs. Candlelight, soft tunes. I like loud music, but when it's got a good frequency, like, my spirit need that type of stuff. All right. Like, I like, it'd be the funniest thing, because people will see me, right, and out of nowhere, because nobody would think that I would like trap music, right? But the thing is, when you grow up in a certain area, it's the thing that gets you moving. Like, y'all, if y'all listen to certain frequencies, and I ain't talking about that killing and all, I don't like that. I like that when they got that nice frequency, that nice flow, it got a good beat, and they talk about, doing things in life, like that energy that you can manifest to. So I like stuff like that. I don't like all that. So sometimes it'd be like I used to love Master P, like but Master P make you get on the grind, do what you need to do. And it made sense, because he seems like a sensible older, even then he older than me, so he seemed like a sensible older person. It was direction in this, like, we gonna do this, but it's direction. He talked about ghetto dope, but it was direction. Period. I like that. I don't like all that nonsense. Yeah, period. Like the snowman, it got direction. So again, they talk about, but mind you, y'all people don't realize they teaching y'all math. That's the best way to learn math. He out here teaching you how to, flip them birds. But mind you, the funny part is, whether or not people realize it or not, if you can run a successful empire on ghetto dope, you can run a successful business in life. And because we're not taught, where I come from, you could, go to school, this, that, and third, but technically they not going to sit you down and say, this is how you learn how to manage a business, this, that, and the third, da, 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 da. They was teaching us how to manage business the way they, it's a product of your environment. And that's the thing. So them being entrepreneurs and wanting to get into a better life, they put it in the music. And so I can identify with that, because, I come from certain, almost the same places that some of these people be coming from. So again, I ain't with the whole, like, but then again, like slaughter, kill, da 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 da. But it's certain times when people, need to be, period. God get them. So I ain't even against it, but not the ones where it has no direction. That's my point. It has to have a direction. And if it ain't got no direction, you just out here doing a bunch of weird random stuff to people, like, I ain't for that. These be the people that be really taking care of the neighborhoods and things of that nature. They be taking care of the kids. They be taking care of, that type of the stuff they should be taking care of. They may just have a little gangster in them. I got a little gangster in me too. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. You know what I'm saying? That's the bougetto in me. We like doing real high-end things, but technically we can do it this way, because I don't like it that way. I don't like the fake the front, the funk. I ain't that. Like, this is real. This is real out here. You will tread on the lion and the serpent. You will overcome fear, danger, and spiritual attacks instead of being controlled by them. Because again, this too shall pass. And on top of that, we out here praying on a daily basis. Like, whatever it is, God, the weapon may form, but it shall not prosper. I don't care how you bibbity bobbity boo a situation. Abracadabra, I am life. Abracadabra, I am magical. Abracadabra, I am that thing. Everything, right? Because you know what you know, and you're going to do what you're going to do. And they know what they know, and they're going to do what they're going to do too. And whether or not they think they are powerful or however they come, because they be like, well, I am this and I am a level, da-da-da. I don't care. I don't care. You're going to have to go to God about me every time. I promise you. Please and thank you. Don't come cross here. Because I don't do weird stuff to people. And I know how to get God to get you. God get them. Whatever the energy is that I need, I manifest that, make it happen, please and thank you. That's like how, have you noticed that we haven't been trolled that much lately? Mind you, every time we get trolled, they end up coming over here and being friends with us every time. Because trolls only be afraid of people who is, going to run from them. We ain't going to run. We going to troll you back. Okay? And on top of that, if I don't feel like trolling you back and you about to get on my nerves, guess what? I'll just kick you into another dimension. Put you on mute, make you still watch because you gonna love it here. But meanwhile, I don't want to hear you talking. So you allowed to be here, you just can't talk here. Period. Abby said, "Yo, I mean, that's how it goes down." Like, I think they be scared when you like, oh, I'm gonna block you. I ain't blocking you. I ain't even gonna do it. Because when you start blocking, you get blocked. I ain't blocking. We gonna let you sit here and I'm gonna handle you accordingly. We gonna have decorum about this situation. Period. Because you got me messed up. Mary ain't raised no itches. No punks. Period. Not me. What they say. My mom ain't do it, all right? My mom said, get them. That's what my mom told me. Don't come through this door crying. Matter of fact, if you think they winning, all you got to do is yell loud enough until you get some help. All right? But don't come through here running. Scared of nothing. That's what my mom told me. Because it ain't going to happen. You got God on your side. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I don't know who got that song, but that's the song that came into my spirit. I've got the month of May. All right. God speaking at the end. The message becomes personal because you love and you trust God. He promises you presence, helps you in trouble, deliverance, and peace. The overall meaning here for Psalms is about seeing security through faith. Because we got a whole nother message up here. Divine security. Whatever it is you thought you were, was happening, it ain't over until God says it's over. God has the final say. And whether or not people thought they had a hand in giving you a hand up or a hand out, God is in the midst of, because God will tell somebody to do something that you don't know you, and they'll be obedient. I literally watched this lady one day, right? And she was driving past the neighborhood, and for some reason, she said this house was speaking to her. She knocked on this lady door, and mind you, big house. Knocked on this lady door, and she said, God told me to give you this. And the lady's like, I don't want to take that from you. She said, well, you can't block my blessing and you have to take it. And so then all of a sudden the lady ended up saying that she definitely needed she needed it. She started crying and she was like, the person da 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 da. Anyway, long story short, the lady that was just driving was being obedient and she did what she was supposed to do. So that is also, even for us. We could be doing something, we could hear something, it could be a person that you just may need to give a good word to. Like, I don't know why. You ever been behind somebody and the spirit be telling you, say this to this person. And you be like, I don't want to say that because I don't know these people. And all of a sudden, if you ever have been obedient to that, because I have done that before, and if you're ever obedient to it, you really actually find out that the person always starts crying, and then they be like, how did you know? Ma'am, I didn't even want to say nothing to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just say that it just kept being on me. Like something will just be on you to tell a person. You could be that very thing that the person has been waiting for. Your pathway was supposed to cross this pathway. Y'all be at that gas station at the same time was intentional. That was the way the universe lined it up. Then you say it and folks start crying. That's what I'm saying. They be crying. That's exactly how it goes. And out of nowhere, you like, because you basically trust in your intuition. You hear it 9,000 times. Say this, say this, say this, say this, say this, say this. And you be like, I don't know that lady. I ain't saying that. Say this now. And that be the thing that they was waiting for. They've been asking God for a sign, and you be the only person that actually could hear the message and deliver it. But mind you, other people heard it. They didn't do it. They didn't take the opportunity because they didn't, like, I don't want nobody to look at me crazy. I mean, nobody wants that. I don't want nobody to think that I'm weird. Meanwhile, you're the thing that God was putting in the pathway for you to deliver the message, for you to say the very thing that this person was waiting on, for you to, give this person their next message. And sometimes you do it or you don't. The evolution, hey, welcome, thank you for being here. And so you always want to make sure that you're doing the thing that, God is putting in you to do, but also this is the pathway. This is the things that we are supposed to, be here to do. Each one teach one. Help. All right. So this psalm is about security through faith. It reminds you that safety is not just about circumstances changing. It's about knowing you are spiritually supported no matter what happens. So in short, it says, stay close to God. It's you. Stay close to God. Trust deeply and fear loses its power over you. Stay close to God, trust deeply, and fear loses its power over you. Because what I was going to say was, because the song, it's the God in me, like, keeps playing, right? And so it's the God in me. Imagine a person trying to disconnect you from you. And this is what these people have been trying to do on a daily basis. And if they can do that, then they win. Because you won't trust yourself. You won't have discernment in situations. You will fail yourself many times over because you won't trust the very footsteps that you're taking on a daily basis are in the correct direction. God, cover my mouth, please and thank you. Like, literally make sure that I'm saying the right things when I'm supposed to say them. God, I trust you. I'm trying to make sure that I do everything the right way. Even though sometimes I ain't even gonna lie. In my mind, sometimes I feel like the people who are trying to, do the right thing by God's way and in God's order, not in their, way. Because people will say, oh, you're doing the wrong thing. Well, says you. But me and God are good, okay? So, me and my spirit is fine. And even if it's not, what does it matter to you? You ain't got to worry about it. And so, when I started being exactly that and very adamant on, this is my journey, this is my pathway, you ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care what you, heard. I don't care what type of gift that you think you have. I know that my gift and me, I done came this far. And whether or not I go any further or not, it's still going to be based off of with me and the understanding that I have with God and, the direction. You may not like it. And a lot of people don't. But a lot of people don't like it because you could be fearless. You could be fearless. You could be doing some stuff that they were not assigned to do because some people will want to put themselves, over you or in a position that they weren't given. They want to know why you were given this position. Like, why is this person don't know nothing, this, that, and third. It don't matter what you think. You don't have to know if I know something. I could be knowing a whole lot and I just am not telling you. But the fact of the matter is when God called for it and God sent me, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it the way that God says for me to do it. Not how you, oh, this is the way it's been being done through this, that generation to generation. Well, why y'all generations didn't know that everything was stolen anyway? Because to me, I would think that if in fact you were right, you would have already uncovered everything that's being uncovered right now. And even if you uncovered it, right? Why didn't you do something about it? Because it wasn't your time. It wasn't your moment. And this ain't your time, and this still ain't your moment. So if I'm here now, that means that you clearly didn't complete the assignment the same way that when I said that thing about the people at the store, and you standing behind somebody and you not delivering the message the way it was supposed to be being delivered. You didn't want to do it. And so now somebody that is, like you or, like me come along, and we just going to say it anyway. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. And that's the end of it. We're going to stand on that. But the conversation has to be had. And it may, be 5 years down the road. Either way, the message was given. It could be 3 years down the road. Because literally, I told y'all when I started my spiritual channel, and I'm over here not realizing, because my situation at that time was what I thought was something different. And then as it started to change, because I didn't want to look at that person in that light, but meanwhile, everything that it was saying was basically talking about this person. This is what they were doing. Mind you, whether or not it could be a weird situation or a weird time, because then people was, oh, I think she's possessed. What does it matter? Like, you're not going to get nowhere near me to do anything about it. So please, and as long as I'm doing all the right things, like I ain't went outside and did nothing to nobody. All I was trying to do was stay away from people, this, that, and the third. And whether or not you like it or not, who cares? Divine shelter, a season of spiritual stabilization. Many people have been in survival mode emotionally, financially, or mentally. The message is that grounding is returning. You're being guided to build security from faith, wisdom, and better boundaries, not fear. So, excuse me, remember I told y'all, no is a complete sentence. People will try to drag you to hell. Why? Why? The answer is no. I ain't doing it. It don't have to be a why. It is, the answer is no, but spiritually, divinely, you were told it's a no. And then you know what people do, just because you are, having better boundaries, then they try to start treating you some type of way. My boundaries ain't had nothing to do with you. My boundaries is my boundaries. That's for everybody. That's for me, for everybody, whatever it is that I'm, dealing with or going through. Open doors. Opportunities are beginning to appear where there were delays before. Some doors open through new ideas, conversations, or unexpected invitations. The collective is being asked to notice subtle changes or chances instead of waiting only for dynamic miracles. It's the thing where even this came back, right? I did this book in 2024, right? And then I sat down here the other day because it was a thing about me, tarot, the Bible, the Quran, this, that, and the third. What did they all have in common? And it came about, right? Mind you, the way I actually did this book, it was because I don't teach tarot, but everybody kept asking me, do you do tarot? Do you teach tarot? And I kept saying, I'm not a tarot reader. I just know how to read tarot. I read actually the things that are around me, the universe. But if you know the images or what they mean, then you could basically kind of give a person a message, right? And so even during tarot, there's a choice that you're going to have to make. And the choice is this. Playing into the dynamic of everything is about relationships, finances, experiences. People want to know, get a peek into, what's about to happen, right? Now, not for nothing, I'm a person who, as soon as my back pay deposit drop, I'm getting your book. I can't wait. Thank you. And I got a couple books on there, just so y'all know. So this was a way, even back then, that I was utilizing, trying to make sure when I got out of the job situation, right? So in tarot, you can have two choices. You could play into that when people come over here into, the spiritual realm or to the spiritual community, something has gone awry. So they're looking for something, right? And so I could use the mode to want to line my pockets and start telling people a whole lot of stuff that pertains to those specific things. I can play into the narrative. I can play into the stereotype, right? These people are scammers. They're liars. They're this, that, whatever it is. Mind you, this is where I also said to y'all, I didn't like and I didn't appreciate, and I still don't like it and I still don't appreciate it. Every time I see it, I'll be in, people comments. Because when the spiritualists come, and then all of a sudden, whatever starts attacking them all willy-nilly and crazy, then all of a sudden they'll say, this is the demonic and this is evil and I'm returning back to God, right? And I'll be questioning and wondering, so you sat in front of them people and you lied and you said that you was godly and you was a part of God, so this is the reason why you was able to do whatever it was, right? Meanwhile, not one time have I done, even when I was being attacked by everything, not one time have I done anything other than say, God in this, God in everything. That's all I have done. I love God. I trust God, right? So in the process of this, it was showing people that this is a lesson and a journey. It starts off at the beginning and it goes through the cycles of the life, right? Explaining why this happens and this happens and this happens. So anybody could pick up and stuff is energetically what you make it. So it could be demonic if you say it's demonic. It could be a lesson if you say it's that's a lesson. But if you are actually a person that is being driven to help, how are you going to help if you don't know what's in it? How are you going to help if you don't know how? Like, it's like a person that smoked crack, like I said before, wanting to come to me and ask me how did I recover. I don't know, because I wasn't on it. So you would have to go to a person that has done that and recovered and is now on the journey of, self realization and understanding where they were and how they were at that moment in time. But the fact of the matter is you can't tell me that all of a sudden now something is evil, because whatever you were doing is now eating you up. Because if y'all go and look, when I came to my spiritual channel back in 2019, a lot of the people that started them channels in 2019 are not there at all. And it started to look like something was eating them up, like from the inside out. And it was real strange because they all got like real like this, but they was all doing stuff like practicing on people and this, that, and the third, which was also one of the reasons why I said, I'm gonna use my energy, because my energy is big enough. This is the reason why I told stories about me based off of whatever was happening in here, because I didn't want to go into nobody else's energy. You can't cross that spiritual boundary because you don't know who's protected by what. And although people will say, oh, I'm so powerful, I'm so this, that, and the third, and then you realize that you violated. So even now, like, I'll see people, they'll be doing readings and things on celebrities, right? And the first thing I'll say to them is, did they give you permission for that? Because you're crossing spiritual boundaries, not realizing who these people are. And I get that, for entertainment purposes only, you want to be out here, collecting your coins and whatnot, but you're going to get more than those coins, honey. So be mindful that spiritual boundaries are a thing. And so even in the process of this, like, going through it, because, again, I'm not a tarot reader, but I know how to read tarot. I came to the tarot channel, to the platform, and then I started to notice and discover what type of person do you want to be. I always want to be an honorable person. I always want to make sure I lead by example. I always want to make sure I do the right things, because I most certainly will get my head smacked off. Like, I'm one of the people that, I see people doing stuff and I'll be like, God, you surely wouldn't let me do that, because you'll turn me over and shake me loose really, really quick. So why you keep letting these people get away with this stuff? mind your business. Okay, well, let me go this way, so then that way I ain't gotta worry about that, because everybody gonna do what they gonna do, and it's everybody's journey. Everybody has a way to do whatever it is they're gonna do. So when I was doing this, it was basically trying to figure out, this is another way. Instead of me trying to manipulate people and tell them, oh, your man is coming back, or no, this person is cheating with this person, this, that, and the third, because y'all don't realize how gullible a lot of people that go to tarot really are. And it's not even just that fact. It is just that they're searching for something, and then you have people preying on them, which is also one of the reasons why I said, why y'all keep going to people? Y'all out here, y'all be having whole businesses. They may be going through whatever they're going through. You may be going through relationship problems, but these people, if you even notice their surroundings and their backgrounds, something is completely off with the situation. So why are you taking advice from them? And yes, it could be a very gifted person, but you also are on a platform where people are, this is a job. We all clock in. Like, if they're trying to get their channel monetized, or they're, people sitting on here, asking people for money, this, that, and third. It's a lot of people on here. Sorry, y'all, but I gotta do something. So you have to determine what type of person you're going to be, right? And whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, you also have to realize, I'm going to say this, and people cannot believe me all they want, right? There's a spirit in the internet. And what type of demon that is, I don't know. But it's been there for a very, very long time. Going through the airwaves, going through whatever wires and things of that nature. Like, there's a spirit in there. Not a good one. And mind you, there's a lady that she was talking about something. She was talking about something that had happened a long time ago. And I kept saying, like, that is not right. Something is not right. So you get on here not knowing, you opening up channels and doors and things of this nature, and you let the wrong energy or the wrong entity in, and then now you on the side of the road clucking like a chicken. Mind you, I done seen somebody on the side of the road clucking like a chicken. So I'm saying it, but it really, and it's one of these spiritualists, mind you, and I done said it before, this girl's platform has over 100 and something thousand people on it. Ain't no way at 100 and something thousand people on it, and that's not even, big compared to some of the ones that have millions, but at 100 and something thousand people, like, that person was making a pretty good amount of money on here, just even by getting on here and just giving, the advice, or whatever it was they was talking about. But meanwhile, this particular person started to do little journeys to places that, dibble and dabble in some stuff. And when I started to notice certain things was going wrong, I'm over here like, that don't look healthy. It don't look kosher. And now all of a sudden that person is off their channel. That channel been sitting dormant with 100 and something thousand people on it for over 3-4 years now. Because this is when I started. Mind you, the person just popped into my brain the other day, and I went to go check their channel again. Still nothing. I don't even know what happened to this person. But mind you, she ain't the only one. And initially, like, it does kind of, it's a thing. You have to choose, because it will start to sway. Like, initially, especially when, you new here. And then all of a sudden you can see that there's ways for you to be able to, do this, that, and the third. And at first, like, even doing like readings and things of that nature, I ended up being told, can't do that. You're not no fortune cookie. That's how I ended up, trying to figure out. And this is where a lot of people mess up, because before you figuring out, before you understanding which direction, that's why I ended up in the spiritual coaching area, because the things that it brings you to, you have to make a choice. And the choice is, you want to be in alignment with God the whole entire time, or do you want to fake like you're in alignment with God the whole entire time and then play games with people? And so I chose not to get my head smacked off. And so just even being able to, like, how did you even get here? I sat down. Many are called, the chosen are few. And so you can start playing around in certain things. And mind you, I still like the cards. It don't make a difference. Like, I just gave it for free. And if there's a person that wants to do this, that, or the third, we can do it. But I'm gonna let you know that I'm not gonna give you the fluff version of this, that, or the third. And this is the way it's gonna be given out. It's rules to things. And whether or not people know it or not, like, they'll want to cross into other people's energy. I need to know about this. I ain't doing it. You're going to have to get somebody else to do it. And then sooner or later, you're going to see that they won't be here either, because you're not allowed to do that. They didn't give you permission. And then people will, oh, we just going to do work on people. We're going to do this. And then you mess around and do work on the wrong people and everything messed up. I done seen it happen so many times. And, things will change, and things that I don't know, doors will open. I done had people come over here from different areas that, oh, you got to be initiated into this, and we gonna do this, that, and the third to her. I'm gonna tell you how long them people been around, and not to say nothing other than the fact that God was watching, God was protecting, and God was making sure that when they tried it, they went to go play somewhere else. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not trying to be in nobody's, like, that's why I say hands up, because even when a name comes, I don't even like mentioning people's names, because I don't want nothing to do with it. All I'm gonna tell you is my observation is this is what I seen. This is the reason why. Even like when I said the thing about that man earlier today, this is what I seen. They was doing this. And in real life, if my nigga is doing this, we got a problem. Because why are you doing that the way it came off? So they popped up, but this is me. This the reason why one of the girls came over here. My hands is up. My hands ain't in it. My name Bennett, I ain't in it. I just work here. Half this stuff be above my pay grade. Money flowing. Financial energy is shifting from stagnation to movement. This doesn't always mean sudden wealth. It often starts with circulation, debts resolving, new income paths, support arriving, or clarity about how to earn differently. The lesson is alignment before abundance. Money flows, direction, and confidence. So, y'all heard it. Financial energy is shifting from stagnation to movement. This doesn't always mean sudden wealth. It often starts as circulation, things moving, debts resolving, new income paths, support arriving, or clarity about how to earn differently. Because again, yeah, Mr. Steele said trickle, trickle, yep. Again, sometimes when you get placed in a situation, like you be tapping into your spiritual gifts, right? And so you may not know the direction. You may think that, okay, this is where we're supposed to be at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the direction. This is what was being shown. You may be being shown to do it in a different way, in a different light. Like, yeah, that's what everybody else did. And everybody came, over here and they, was doing this. And so I instantly saw this is how you can make a whole gang of money doing this. But also, is that in alignment with your spirit and with your situation? You get ready to be, just telling people a bunch of whatever. God said, no, ma'am, we're not going to do that. Like, the people that you meant to come and get, the people that because even in the pits of hell, people will be, oh, God don't allow for this. Well, who said that? Who told you that? And if there's a person that needs your help in a certain place or thing, because God, what was it, Jonah in the well, he was in the middle of the ocean. So somebody had to be able to go out to the ocean to, get him. Or anybody else that's in, the fiery furnace. He had to know to trust, and these are just little stories or whatever, and they could be used wrong. But either way, there has to be a person that's willing to go. There has to be a person that's willing to do the thing. And if you're not that person, just say that. But don't tell me that I'm not that person. If you already said you couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. Don't be mad that I can't. Don't be mad that I'm willing. So you couldn't go over there to the tarot community because they was going to eat you up, because literally they trolled the, listen, them people trolled me so bad. Like, y'all don't realize what type of community this really is. The top ones, their people will come for you in the name of the Lord. Okay? And then it's not until they start, stuff start happening, like, oh, let me take my hands off of, let me back out. Stop doing that. Like, stop defending these people when you know they doing all the wrong things, right? Because don't tell me what God can and can't do for me. That religious talk, just be talking. That's what I'm saying. But literally, y'all don't realize, even on this internet, on God's good internet, listen, it's a battle royal out here, because mind you, people even in, like, talking and podcasting, it's some of the people that have fans that are die hard, ride or die, they don't like competition. They don't like, little friendly da 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 da. They don't like when this person is being taken down because of the fact that they didn't use their platform properly, because all of a sudden when you start to get fame and notoriety, you start being a different type of energy. But that's not what you got sent over there for, or you just doing all the wrong things from the beginning even to get put in that position. So their people will come for you in ways that you don't even know. Mind you, they'll be platform to platform to platform trying to make you cry to get you up off of here, because they don't want you here. But when God calls, it don't matter who wants you where. So you could be called to be doing something, and it don't have to be on the internet. It could be just in life. Y'all don't realize, like, flying monkeys is called flying monkeys for a reason. In order for it to have a title, it exists. And so, excuse me, people will say that don't exist. Well, wait until it happened to you, and then people start saying, you're wrong. That's not happening. Meanwhile, you can see clearly that these people are doing stuff. Safe and guided. Many are leaving situations that drain them. Intuition is becoming stronger. The message is to trust inner nudges, even small ones, because it's trying to tell you something. And like I said, it's a movement that's going back and forth. It's like here, there, like it's a shift that's going on. And so we need to make sure that we know. I need to program something. I forgot. Because I got to make sure that even when I'm going live here, there's something that shows up, because we got two different collectives here too. I noticed that some people will watch videos that are already pre-recorded, and then some people like the live video. So I've been trying to make sure that I'm doing two versions at the same time. And so I failed today at that. But, lesson is a lesson. Anyway, even small ones because guidance now comes through calm, clarity. So safe and guided. Many are leaving situations that drain them. Intuition has become stronger. The message is to trust inner nudges, even small ones, because guidance now comes through calm, clarity rather than urgency. So we got financial alignment. The collective is learning that prosperity is connected to self-worth and purpose. When actions match values, resources begin to match effort. This is a period of correcting habits, pricing yourself fairly, and choosing stability over chaos. And this is actually really a fact. So even like today, I have to go over some things and do like spiritual coaching, go back and do the price list, set everything back up, because for some reason I think everything just seemed like it just did a thing. But also I think more people coming into like the spiritual community and realizing there are many different avenues that they can access, but with parts of their gifts they're using. And some people just want to question a lot of times, like, what are their spiritual gifts? And some people don't know. But meanwhile, spiritual gifts is probably something that you have been doing your whole entire life and didn't even know. You didn't even know that it was a gift because of the fact that it was so easy and you just been doing it. And people be like, oh, I knew that. Well, you knew that it's a spiritual gift, but, they'll instantly think, oh, I'm supposed to go into tarot, or I'm supposed to go into this, that, or the third. This is where we, throw some things back and forth and see what we can come up with. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes it helps to have another person just be able to bounce stuff off of you. Also in spiritual coaching, it's a lot of listening, because guess what? Sometimes people just want to talk about things that they have seen, they that nobody else will listen to them about. Because who wants to be called crazy when you know what you know, that you know that you know and you know? And meanwhile, now here we are at where all the conspiracy theories or theorists, the people, are being proven correct. So in that's a lot of the things that I do too, when we just having general conversation, as to a person wants somebody to be able to listen and see what with fresh eyes that are not judgmental, because a lot of things that have actually happened, how can somebody tell you about the dark night of the soul if they haven't had the experience that you went through? Then we have to also remember that some people are teaching through books and things of that nature, not through experience. But mind you, we also know about these books around here. So if I know I went through the dark night of the soul, and I keep trying to tell y'all, it was the most tragic but yet beautiful experience ever in my life. Don't really appreciate probably how it happened, and also don't really understand, because I was very much coherent but not at the same daggone time. But going through that, people will say, oh, this is how it happened to me, and y'all have to be mindful, because I've had people come over here, right, and try to befriend me, and they'll ask questions because they're trying to get to know, because they want to be able to say it or project it. But mind you, they'll say certain things. So when we went through a similar dark night of the soul, or similar lesson that I have gone through as well, then you will pick up real quick, they playing, they lying, they want to identify in a realm that basically they don't even know nothing about. And then you automatically be trying to tell these people, like, you should definitely not want to do that, because I had a person tell me one time that some people try to trigger their own dark night of the soul. Okay, do that. Definitely do that. I bet you won't do it again. So you should definitely do that. Try it if that's where you want to play at. Because it's not a great experience. It's not I just should want to be, I just want to be a part of the group. I don't even know how the hell I got here. Astaghfirullah. Didn't ask for it. Honestly, I was a little bit mad because I had other plans. So there's that. Do with that information what you will. And it was kind of, like I said, it was beautiful, but it was horrible. That ain't what they want. And it ain't, but, let them keep playing, because, people be thinking that the spiritual realm is really, it's cake and ice cream. No, it's people, it's a lot of hard stuff. And it's a lot of bad situations. But, we learn our lesson and we understand what goes through that and this, that, and the third. But also, it's beautiful because it's connection with God. That part, 100% definitely had the other plans. And honey, ain't nobody got time for this. But apparently we got time. We ain't have no other choice. Time was made. Because guess what? If you ain't had time, they did. And I totally get it. But I had somebody tell me that. And in my mind, I was like, y'all got to be the dumbest people ever. Because if you went through what I went through, at the amount, do they not realize the dark night of the soul, people die there? Like, I don't know who is playing with these people's head and letting these people not understand that death can become you in real life. Like, you can expire. Like, they will do, that realm is different. Like, even understanding certain things will start to happen to make you not want to be around this piece. And you got to fight your way back to reality and to a real situation, because people always going to be looking at me in a certain light, not realizing, like, I don't care. But at the end of the day, it's a real thing. It's very lonely there, because you got to make sure that you're doing all the right things for you. And, because otherwise they're going to want to commit you. And we don't know what happens after commitment. Now you on all pharmaceutical, like, it's a bunch of weird stuff that can happen. So do what you will. you know, I'm not going to encourage you to do it. But if somebody's encouraging you to do that and that's what you decide to do, then, you know, have at it. But I don't like my mind being played with because, you know, I got better things to do. So y'all have at that. Overall message: protection is creating space for progress. What once felt blocked is recognizing behind the scenes. So what felt blocked is reorganizing, not recognizing. Reorganizing behind the scenes. You're not being held back. You're being positioned so that what comes next can actually stay, because this is the moment. This is the moment in the chart. I probably need to go look up some stuff too, because a moment in your birth chart, right, is, it'll tell you when this is meant to happen, or when this is happening, or when this is supposed to happen, right? So this is the moment probably where I'll go look it up. But I'm gonna just say, for me, you can recognize and see a couple different patterns, a couple different loops, and you understand and you realize and you know that you don't want to be there. I'm gonna say that, you know, a lot of people probably going through that, but whatever the next phase is. So y'all can go look at y'all birth charts and see y'all placements and things of that nature, because I ain't gonna act like I'm an expert at that, because I ain't. But at the end of the day, it is there for you to know. And so whatever knowledge it is that you want to obtain and you want to look forward to or focus on, and your spirit is telling you that, go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna just say that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And we are at 11,900 likes over here. Thank you, and I appreciate you. YouTube, I'm gonna have to get y'all a little bit better at, you know, liking the live and things of that nature. I mean, especially if we're gonna do lives and things of that nature. I want to give you exactly what you want to get. All right. So there's that. Go with God. Abby Grace, I love you.